Good morning, Britain. It has just gone 6 o'clock. Welcome to the programme. I think it's around 2 o'clock this afternoon, isn't it? That Boris Johnson will face MPs on the Privileges Committee. And we'll finally hear in detail his defence over Partygate, the scandal where, because he acknowledges actually was warned, you can't believe them because they want to just discredit me. Dominic Cummings has a problem with me, so if he says he warned me, you can't trust him because he got a fixed penalty notice for it. But that's all a bit of a mystery to him. He doesn't really understand. So even when the police determined that he broke the rules, he doesn't understand why he broke the rules.
I know.
It's absolutely remarkable, the 50 pages of defence. And then the final, the sort of icing on the cake, the cherry on the top of the birthday cake is we can't have broken the rules because we had a photography.
Which can show, show
20 years of...
some highlights.
And some lowlights.
Look.
People, that is just wonderful to look back at that. And
a short haircut.
I know,
I was about to say, you know, when I look
back at that 20 years in Breakfast Telly, I'd just like to say thanks to everybody else who's been involved on the journey along the way, because, you know, I see all the individuals I've sat next to. You don't do this alone in Breakfast Telly, so it's about presenting. But also, you know, wonderful characters that I've presented with, fantastic, as I say, working alongside Ben and Charlie, and then Piers. I mean, looking at that moment in New York when Trump won the US presidential election back in 2016, who was the person who went against the tide and said, this guy's going to win the American presidency? And I think you can probably see the look on my face in that film when we announced that right about that.
Told you.
So thank you to everybody on this journey. And
Amazing.
Thank you to you, the viewers, as well, because it's obviously down to you that any of us are here.
And what is what do you think the biggest, most significant interview you've done in your time recently at GMB?
Well, without doubt, Boris Johnson.
Boris.
And, of course, the question that I asked him to kick off that interview live at Downing's. We have Paul Brand, the other journalist, apart from Pippa Carrera, who exposed Partygate.
He was first.
He revealed the Allegra Stratton video where she was at the lectern.
The Mirror was first, Pippa was first.
Yeah. So we're going to talk to Paul Brand about that. And we have an update on Mr. Pothole success as a result of being on this programme. You're watching Good Morning Britain on ITV1. To the Conservative MP Peter Bone, he completely backs Boris Johnson. He says that he never intentionally misled Parliament, and he will join us this morning shortly. First, though, here's Charlie. 20 years of getting up at airport time.
20 years. Warmth, honesty and care. Thank you. Wishing you all...
And it is a real shame not to be able to celebrate with Bill. I'd love to be able to text him this morning and talk to him about that. He was absolutely brilliant. But luckily, I'm surrounded by other brilliant people. And so thank you very much indeed for being with me on the journey.
It's a very exciting day.
It is.
Could it get more exciting?
I don't know.
Could it?
Could it? I don't know.
Could it get more exciting?
And obviously, massive thanks to Ben, who's not here this morning, who, you know, we started Good Morning Britain together, along with you, Charlotte, of course, and Sean as well. And just a huge thank you to Piers Morgan of this parish. 5 years alongside him. He made me bolder, more argumentative, more difficult, I think, more probing, asking the tricky questions. Went into battle every morning. Slightly different since then, but definitely big thanks to everyone I've presented with. So 20 years. Getting up at 3:45. I'm still here. Right, still ahead on Good Morning Britain. After a coroner called for urgent stick. Oh, congratulations, team.
Congratulations, you. It was your interview.
It is, but it was a team effort, of course. Good morning, BAFTAs. So thank you to the whole team.
Can I just say,
terrific. Yep.
It was a brilliant interview and it's thoroughly deserved. And if there's any justice in the world, you should win the BAFTA.
Oh, you're very
In my
kind,
view.
Thank you.
That's what I think. And in no way am I biased.
We're not biased at all. We're not going to put any undue influence on the BAFTA committee.
Can I just say, I think you are already the winner.
Oh, all right. Thank you.
Keep it going.
Right, let's have a look at the weather with Laura.
It must be sunny. It must be sunny.
keeping our eye across that. Louisa will report on that at 8 o'clock. Still to come.
He was here in the studio just a few weeks. Send us the picture and we'll get the council around.
We'll try and get it filled within 4 hours of being on air. Still ahead on Good Morning Britain, should the over 70s... Right, still to come, Ollie Murs will be here in the studio. Plus, we're going to meet this incredible 12-year-old. She survived cancer after... Well, there is just no stopping 12-year-old Amelia Eldred after overcoming a rare bone cancer which saw doctors reattach her leg backwards. The inspirational...
To Amelia and her mum, Michelle. But first of all, Will Godley has more on her incredible story.
6. Let's have a look at the weather now with Laura. Good Morning Britain. Back tomorrow from 6 now. It's time to join Lorraine.